For the retail psychology assignment, I thought I'd take one of the at-home screencasts and show you an examplar that a student produced, and I'll explain why I graded it the way that I did. And then you can hopefully learn some tips for success from this. And if you don't watch the screencast, then you won't learn the tips for success. So here's one that did well in recent years, and I even thought it went above and beyond. So just keep that in mind, that this was one that, the student met their expectations and surpassed them. So the slide design, they did pick a template from Slide Carnival that was a little unusual, but they modified it to make sure it fit the color scheme of the photos that they would later show. So the whole thing is kind of, that creates this very, very smooth presentation. And again, it's atypical, it stands out. So they did go to the store on Eglinton, and a big photo, quick explanation, not too much text. They say, okay, we get the we see the power aisle displays. We're talking about the slotting fees and different children's products at children's eye level. And then we talked about the loop that shoppers are sort of channeled through. And again, it's just illustrated, it's clear, it's to the point, no misunderstanding. They identified what they wanted to talk about, and they showed us instead of telling. So, they actually went a bit and beyond in talking about, when they explained this to the class, they explained, the floor color, and sort of as a way to sort of keep, a warm color, kind of keep people feeling positive. They talked also about some of the food that was cooking, at some of the counters, that, to sort of help people get in the cooking mood. So then they went online, and then they started, screenshots. They used the screen capture feature, or the snipping tool on a PC to show it. And you should see the banner headline, contrasting colors. We talked about color theory during the logo lesson, and they referred back to it. Referring back to previous content is a great tip for success. They talked about the picking up your groceries as a way to reduce friction, and again, throwing in the term friction, our vocabulary is great. And then talking about the loyalty program, and how that would send people targeted emails, and then they could keep track of their points, and it kind of encouraged people to buy more on certain days, to sort of collect as many points as possible. And the thing about these loyalty programs is, people don't always spend them, so that can be, it's not necessarily a big giveaway on the part of the company. So then they went on, and they just threw in a bit of extra. They talked about the how technology is used in the store, and talking about self-service checkout, and then they talked about how they're going to include future AI and automation to distribute the products in a more timely fashion. So again, it's referring back to our AI unit. So it's really showing that student has been applying everything we're taking in. And then they, their tip, hey, get a shopping list. Clearly illustrated here, basic tip, but showing well. Using an app to keep track of your budget. Reviewing your budget every month. Great business class tip. And then, using an app like Listonic to create a basic list, and then setting that up for the automatic pickup or the automatic delivery, so you don't go into the grocery store when you're hungry at the end of the day and tired and end up buying all this extra stuff. So I thought this student was very thoughtful, it was very clear, and definitely they showed me what they were talking about instead of just telling me.